Mad Max is most recognisable for this, and this,
Pull over.
but it started with this, a $350,000 indie that used the production strategies in this video to leverage its budget to the tits, earn 285 times that budget, and create an authentic Aussie mythology.
What the Christ fire!
Despite a painful production.
I had 9 months confronting, by myself in the kitchen where we were cutting, all the mistakes I made.
We'll compare the first Mad Max with the last.
I am Scrotus!
And explore why a franchise built literally from trash still feels fresh. So, without further word burgers,
Ladies and gentlemen, start your engines!
From day one, Mad Max was made on a simple principle.
Everything was basically found objects repurposed. Anybody could do anything, providing that it was something that had antecedent before the apocalypse.
How the hell did you get all this together?
Just happened, mate, piece from here to piece from there.
Found objects show up everywhere, from Toe Cutter's gang to Wasteland scavengers, Max's house, Furiosa's arm, pole stunts, parabombers, and the claw that kills them. The idea is taken so far it's even stated in Furiosa.
2,857 found objects, and we are going to put this all together.
Filming with abundant trash means mistakes actually benefit the production design, and world building becomes cheap.
No one's gonna scum us anymore.
No one's gonna scum us anymore. No one's gonna scum us anymore!
The principle also applies to language, as in this soccer chant. And music from an Australian past. The didgeridoo feels distinctly Aussie, as does the dialogue.
Skag and his flusy.
Drink, my rig! Drink this piss!
Big Bob, I got you here.
Candellini, put her against the post. We have a problem here.
Hey, fella, you're a turkey, you know that?
Even more impressive than the dialogue is how little the heroes actually use it. Instead, communicating with their eyes, which is set in their own letterbox cinema frames, in films which are largely silent.
One of my notions was that if I make it as the action sequences as a silent movie, and it reads as a silent movie, then it can only get better with sound. So it's always interested in the staple of kinetic cinema, action movies, Buster Keaton, and the rest of them, Harold Lloyd and whatever. I try to make movies where they don't have to read the subtitles in Japan.
Mad Max creates the illusion of speed where there isn't any, using everything from speed ramps to whip pans, differing relative speeds, and shooting low to the ground.
We just kept getting the camera as low as we possibly could to the road.
Pair these techniques with eye pops and more push-ins than a Citadel waterline, and you've got a distinct aesthetic of your own, which can highlight a moment or years. Then there's what we don't see. Consider this guy hanging out up here. We don't know how he got here, and we don't need to, but he implies off-screen history, just like this stray dog. Fifi's homoerotic gardening, the characters' names.
But we are going to teach him, Baba.
They're unexplained in languages.
See you later, Goose. It's been a pleasure.
And the leashed-up road victims.
No one's gonna hurt you. It's all right.
We see 10% of the story, but Miller has thought of and is influenced by everything. starting with his medical work.
I worked in a big city hospital in trauma and emergency and saw that dark side of the car culture.
He leaves the seat, goes through the windscreen, head first straight into the tree, right? And then bounces back through the windscreen. So by the time we got to him, he was just sitting there trying to scream with his face ripped off.
And that's basically what drove the first Mad Max character.
That thing in there, that's not the goose. No way.
At no point do we sense movie writing that feels inspired solely by other movies.
Rule number 1, never take your eye off your opponent.
Instead, we see broader inspirations, history and global mythology in the Trojan horseploy, and in a human history book.
History man, a word burger, please.
We see them in lawless authority.
As long as the paperwork's clean, you boys can do what you like out there.
Wars for resources.
Double the mother's milk and double the hydroponics.
Air farms.
Is it a boy?
Forbidden fruit.
Snap up! Snap up!
False prophets and religious devotees of destruction.
We're gonna make it!
Main course and dessert.
Sexually deranged droogs in the first Mad Max, who in the last become full-blooded holy war suicides for the Promised Land.
Is this Valhalla? Am I in Valhalla?
The glorious dead believe they'll be remembered eternal, and leaders capitalize on this.
You are awaited.
As if the films were adaptations of some dictator's playbook. Like the Greeks, the Immortan sets his story into a frieze, this time on his #1 war rig, which allows him to control history while revolutionaries prey on resentment.
Bring me your leaders and throw them down.
And the revolutionaries end the way revolutionaries typically end.
We're in a black spiral here. We can't keep up supply. Everyone's saying it's my fault, or it's everyone's fault. I want a meeting of the warlords.
While it's become universal, Mad Max is one of the few things that makes me feel deeply proud to be Australian.
Big Bubba, got you here. What's going down?
We got a cop killing.
You're kidding.
An authentic mythology that started the same place any other global phenomenon starts. The same place we all start. Close to home.